Joe's going to advertise your home, which will generate buyer leads. However, when potential buyers discover your home is overpriced, they will look to Joe to sell them another home. That's a win for Joe. So of course they're going to take the listing. And guys, how many competitors of yours are holding right now between 30 and 50 listings, generating a ton of buyer leads and using those homeowners listings to generate buyer leads and also seller leads? You see, that's an approach too that people have taken, listing agents, and take whatever listing at any price. Okay, and that's a marketplace. But if you look at historically how agents last in the business, how they have long-term business, historically, it's being it's having a strategy. It's having a strategy, not doing something like this and just taking listings. See, the win for Joe because he made money, a lose for you because none of your needs are being satisfied. Anyone who tells you he can get $2.75 million for your home is using home as leverage to attract buyers. And I would put a little column there, and sellers. Because if they have 10 signs in the lawn and 9 overpriced listings, but 1 good one, then those 9 listings, maybe they can go out and generate more listings with those 9 listings and get more buyers and possibly more sellers. See, but historically though, that's a lot of noise to manage, a lot of upset sellers. Believe me, when the market adjusts, you got 50 listings and there are 50 dead ones. Whew. You're gonna need some counseling, like real estate counseling, because you're gonna have sellers call you every freaking day telling you, oh, you got any buyers? You got any buyers? Where's the buyers? Where's the buyers? So going back to talking to the seller and the seller telling you, well, Joe told me that I can get this price, okay? You say, how important are these needs? Let's stay focused. Very important, Mike. Then shouldn't we ensure a win-win relationship from the starting by pricing your home appropriately? Entry-level pricing. Use words or phrases like entry-level pricing. Don't get caught by saying this is the price. Talk about this is entry-level price. This is the entry-level marketing price. Because I don't even care if you have 25, 30 years as an appraiser and a licensed appraiser in the business. Pricing is very, I wouldn't say very subjective, but it is subjective because you're using data collected, but there is a kind of a science, but it's not perfect because the market dictates, the market tells us what those numbers are. You must know your walkout price, guys. So if Joe said he would list it at $1 million and you said the price only were $850, know your walkout price. Why? Because so many times agents, especially as the market swells in inventory, you're better off walking away and not, hey, I told you so in 6 months, but when that listing expires or comes off the market, you should be calling that seller back and say, hey, listen, you know, I'm here for you. I'm still here for you. Are you saying that you will not list my home with me unless I list within the realm of the price you chose? Yes. And see, great, here's my suggestion. I want to sign a 3-month, here we go. I want to sign a 3-month listing agreement with Joe and then hold him accountable to his price. When the home doesn't sell, give me a call and I'll be glad to call to come back. Would that be fair? Start packing your materials. You see, there's your walkout. If the homeowner says they're willing to list with Joe, say, listen, I'd be happy to just go ahead and go list with Joe if you believe that Joe's going to get you that price. If he doesn't get you that price, I'd be happy to work with you in the future. Put your stuff away. Mike, if I walk away, Mike, I know what's going to happen, Mike. What's going to happen? 0 plus 0 is 0. So many agents complain because the seller is controlling them. They're typically controlling them because they didn't control the situation in the beginning. You're not trying to control somebody, but you're trying to have this win-win relationship. But if it's win-lose, they're controlling you, so it's a loss. If it's win-win, you're both winning. They're well-informed. You're marketing it correctly. You're getting the right buyers. okay? I would love to take the listing. However, I refuse to do it at the expense of your wins. See, this is very aggressive. But what I would say to you is this: I'm not really willing to validate something that I put a lot of effort into and making sure that we're positioning ourselves correctly. And it doesn't sound like Joe might have spent that time. So I understand maybe he's got some other secret thing, but why don't you go ahead with Joe? And then if you decide that after a few months that it's not working out with Joe, I'd be happy to work it out with you. Okay. What's put in motion stays in motion. Shouldn't we leave room for, all right, here comes some more objection, guys. Shouldn't we leave room for negotiation? Shouldn't we leave room for negotiation? That's a great question. What's important to you about leaving room for negotiation? Seek to understand, why do you want to leave room for negotiation? Right? You understand, you guys, I hope you understand that. Sometimes people say, I'll give you an example. Sometimes people say they want to leave room for negotiation because they're not ready to sell yet. So they overprice because they just want to get it on the market. Remember, this is emotional. When they're putting their property on the market, this is emotional. So they're preparing for the market. They sometimes say, you know, I'm going to price it high. And then we know it's going to be, there's going to be less buyers, but it'll allow us to then look at other properties. You want to understand why they want to leave room for negotiation. See, if you leave room for negotiation, what do you think we'll get? You see, you want to ask them, what do they think we'll get? No, Mike, well, you know, if we price it at $1 million, I'm thinking we're going to get 850. I think we're going to get 850. And then you say, well, how did you arrive at that number? Then go back to the data, go back to the data. You must know the tools in your MLS. So you know what the expireds, you know the contracts, you know the listings, you know what other properties are sold for outside of the MLS. Come on, people. If you were the consumer on the other end, you would want this too. So why is it agents don't provide it to sellers and just say the whole, trust me. But seek to understand why they want to leave room for negotiation. So if we price a home like most agents and leave room for negotiation, then negotiation is what we'll get. Right? Isn't that true, guys? If you price something overpriced, you're going to get those aggressive customers that don't take it seriously and just throw a number at you. So, right, so because we are priced like everyone else in the marketplace high, we're going to generate one offer, which really weakens our negotiation position. And because of our weakened position, the price typically gets negotiated down to at way below market value. It's been my experience, if we price the home directly into the market, we create an illusion in the market because so many agents overprice their listings. A home price directly in the market appears to be a deal. Oh no, Mike, I don't want to sell a deal. No, it appears to be a deal. It appears to be a deal, giving us a better chance to generate multiple offers that could drive the final agreed upon price to the above list price. Now understand, the home will only appear as a deal. It will only appear as a deal because there is consumer demand. There's not just one person interested in your house. That single family house with the shared driveway with a little beautiful backyard, I'm sure there's more than one buyer. We know it's not underpriced because we have used, remember, we are in the reassurance business, guys. Let's go back to the beginning of this. We know it's not underpriced because we have used a 7-step pricing strategy to arrive at the proper price entry point. Does this make sense? Get the acknowledgement. Does this make sense? Yes. You want the acknowledgement, guys, because sometimes when you say this doesn't make sense, they will go. If they go no, pause. That's a nugget alert, right? Tip alert. Get the acknowledgement. Does this make sense? Shake your head. Does it make sense? If they say no, say, why is that? See, if they say no, you got to say, why is that? You want to understand, why do they believe that the stuff that you're saying is not making sense? So which pricing strategy has a better chance of satisfying your specific needs? So where do you feel we should price the home? Where do you feel? Right? After you've given your advice, where do you feel we should price this home? You must eliminate any potential seller remorse. Big one. We've talked about this before during these programs. We're going to talk about it again right now. You must eliminate any potential seller remorse. Ask a question like, how will you feel if your home sells today? Well, Mike, I feel like I priced it too low. If they say you feel like a price is too low, ask these 4 questions. May I ask you why you feel that way? Is your goal to meet your needs within the designated time frame? Would you agree that pricing your home at the appropriate price entry point increases the odds of getting 1 or more offers within your designated time frame? Would you feel your needs were any less satisfied if the offer came in on the first day as opposed to the 60-day? Guys, understand, because I promise you over the years, if you don't have these open conversations with people to get the price and the seller's upset, I don't want to sell it anymore, it's probably because you didn't say anything at the beginning at the listing presentation.